We are in football heaven. The Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. Ray Hexamer, Vistage Chair in Northeast Ohio, putting together a special event, a public event for Vistage, Big Little Legends. It's all happening Friday. And I understand, Ray, the reception has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, great. Thanks to the 7 Northeast Ohio chairs that participated, we're actually sold out. So we can't add anybody else into the room. And of course, they're going to hear your great story of Big Little Legends. And they're going to get an idea of what Vistage is all about. And what better place than a place that has thousands and thousands of stories of great success and how people got to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
What has really impressed me on this trip is how the Pro Football Hall of Fame itself is a big little legend with its origins from a newspaper headline, from the Canton Repository. How much can you share about how this basically grew in such a grassroots fashion?
It was really neat. The community came together and they were determining where would a Hall of Fame for football be in 1962. So the local newspaper sort of called out to the community and said it should be here. And there were other places that thought that it should be there, but Canton had a team called the Bulldogs, and it was a professional football team that Jim Thorpe played on. So the community raised $400,000 and we're able to draw the Pro Football Hall of Fame here, and it's just been a jewel and asset for this community. It's a mecca for professional football that we love welcoming people. We're very proud of it, obviously.
Yeah, the NFL started its engine in 1920 at a Hupmobile dealership. The Chicago Bears were there, the Canton Bulldogs were there. But who could have imagined in the early 1960s that 10 million people a year would be coming to Canton, Ohio?
Yeah, and it's amazing. You look at NFL as, at the beginning of professional football, it was sort of looked as a second-class citizen behind baseball and college football. But now if you look at the top 100 rated TV shows each year, 93 to 95 of them are NFL football games. So the brand and the sport has grown, and we as a community have really enjoyed that.
Let's explore the parallels between what we see here at the Hall of Fame. What is it, 387 players have been inducted?
387. So if you take an average year this week, 1.1 million high school kids will go out and play football. Of that, usually between 0.028% will make it to the NFL. And of those, out of the 25 to 30,000 players that have played at least one game or one play, you have 387 that are in the Professional Football Hall of Fame. So it's the creme de la creme.
And so from your experience as a Vistage chair, how does that correlate with what you see in terms of companies that really perform at an extremely high level?
And I think a lot of the things that a football player and athlete go through are the exact same things a CEO has to do. Obviously be prepared, work hard, train your people, always look for options. Sometimes you have to audible. The play's not running the way it should, and your ability to do that will hopefully help you score either in football or in business.
Well, Ray, it's great to be here in Canton, the birthplace of the National Football League. We're looking forward to a great event on Friday. But before we wrap up, this is your moment, Ray, to profess your hopes and dreams for the Cleveland Browns.
I'm hoping for a Super Bowl before I die. So I've set it out there ways to give myself some time, but I'm running out of time. Okay. So it's got to be soon. We got to do it. Our new goal is 2029.
Okay.
When they put a new stadium in, so we need another 3 years.
Well, Ray,
and, we need a quarterback. We need some defensive players and some offensive players.
If only you had on the Cleveland Browns the kind of team you have with Vistage chairs in Northeast Ohio. Shout outs, Kevin McDougall. Who else?
Oh gosh,
Jeff
Lee,
Semple.
There are 7 of them. They all jumped in. So thanks to them for really, and Lee Peters, who from Vistage, who made this a success.
Well, that's just fantastic. Ray Hexamer, just one of the many Vistage Ohio chairs organizing the event Friday. Pro Football Hall of Fame. Never forget, you can't create a legend without a story. And who knows, you might be only one story away from creating your own legend.